Hi, I'm Luann Hammond, DrivingTheNation.com. I'm here with Jonathan Goodman, Director of Press Relations for PSA. We've learned that General Motors has an alliance with PSA, 7% of PSA. What is PSA? What does it stand for?
The company's name, PSA Peugeot Citroen, a company that's owned in part by the Peugeot family, and it has its origins 200 years ago. It was a company that's been founded for 200 years and has been producing motor cars for well in excess of 100 years. It's a French-based company. We are the second largest motor manufacturer in Europe with a 14% market share. PSA Peugeot Citroen is made up of two brands. So we have the Peugeot brand and the Citroen brand. Both are predominantly European-based.
Will you be working then with General Motors, or will it be all with Opel?
I'll be working with General Motors. One, a joint venture on global purchasing, so you put all of the global purchasing together in a joint venture, and you actually have what's called a purchasing pot, if you like, of $130 billion, making the organisation the biggest purchaser in automotive in the world. When you also then, we've agreed to cooperate on platforms. So that will take time to create the synergies, and we've said that the first vehicle from those platforms will be around about 2016. We also have this 100% ownership of Jeffco, which is a logistics company. Mm-hmm. We have a majority shareholding in Faurecia, who are the car parts supplier, or équipementier as we say here. Have a fully owned banking subsidiary called the bank PSA Finance. So, which operates for us in around about 40 to 50 countries.
And that would be a lot in Europe as well?
In Europe, and also presence in Latin America, presence in Russia, and presence in China.
Might that be a synergy with General Motors?
It's not in the initial scope, but you know, that might well be. I think there are a whole load of areas where it will be interesting for people to look at it, but let's not walk before we can run. Let's develop the things that we've started talking about, and we'll see what comes out from there on in.
But this is exactly what happened. You started talking, you were like, you know, we do have this, and we do have this, and they're going, you know, maybe we ought to do something more than just one project together.
I think that's a very accurate way of explaining what I understand happened.
The Peugeot family owns 30% of Peugeot?
Yeah, it's slightly complicated, but with the rights issue we've done today, its share will be around 25% of the, just over 25% of the shares of the company, but around 38% of the voting rights.
Jonathan, thanks so much.
It's a pleasure.